Yo, what's up everyone? Kyrios here, and today I want to go over how you're going to play the Japanese version of Blue Protocol. Now, you may be very excited about this game. I'm super excited. If you've seen any of our live streams where we played the beta and played over 40 hours, I had an absolute blast. Now, there are some pros and cons, and they are fixing the game on some of those cons, but that's for a whole different video. This video is how to get you to play and hopefully not get banned. So if you guys can't hit that like and subscribe, come join us on our Twitch.tv channel where I will be playing Blue Protocol in 8 days from making this video. Let's get started. All right, guys, welcome on in. We're going to start with the VPN portion, mainly because this is the most important part. So there's 3 different VPNs that I kind of suggest, or at least 3 that I have used. And now, if you guys don't know, in my day-to-day life, I'm actually an engineer. I'm a cloud solution architect. I just do gaming as a hobby and for fun. So I have used a lot of these VPNs for multiple different applications, but there's 3 I definitely suggest: NordVPN, Windscribe, and private internet access. Now, they each have their pros and cons. My favorite is obviously NordVPN. This is the one I currently use. You can probably see in my taskbar down below that I am connected to it right now. The reason why I like it is that you can buy a dedicated IP, but you can buy a dedicated IP on a lot of these other vendors as well, where you can get a static IP by going to their pricing and buying a static IP in Japan. Now, the reason we suggest getting a dedicated or static IP is that it lowers the chance of you getting detected based on a VPN, so that you don't get banned just based on a VPN. So as an engineer, I can detect proxies. It's pretty easy in applications to detect if you're going through a commercial proxy, but when you have a dedicated IP, it's a little bit harder because those are usually allocated as sometimes residential IPs, and so it's just not worth the effort to try and track those people down. So you just increase your odds, but it does cost money to do this, so this is not a free option. Now, NordVPN is not a free, none of these are a free option. Most of the free VPNs are going to get you caught. So I'm not going to suggest those. So if you are looking to play Blue Protocol, these are the 3 I suggest, even though you have to spend money on them. Now, some are like $4 a month, some are $8 a month, and if you get a dedicated IP, that's like $70 a year. But I digress. It's worth the money, and it's worth it if you're really excited and you really want to play it. You should do it to give you your best chance of being able to play. Okay, so that brings us to essentially Blue Protocol. So you're going to go, once you're connected to the VPN, you're going to go ahead and connect to blueprotocol.com, which, by the way, the big tip, everything we're about to do, you must be on the VPN. I'm not even kidding. When you're registering your account, when you're pre-registering, when you're downloading the client, when you're downloading the game, the client can actually see your IP address in real time. So there's another thing you want to do where you don't want to have the client auto launch as well. So we'll fix that a little bit later in the video on how I show you how to stop it from auto launching, because you don't want the launcher to launch when you restart your computer or anything like that without the VPN enabled. This is going to give you your best shot of not getting banned, or at least from an IP perspective. Okay, so use Google Chrome if you guys can. Always right click, do translate. This is just going to help you out, right? Click here for pre-registration. So there's 2 things we're going to do. We're going to click here for the download of the client. We're going to go ahead and just start downloading the client here. Blah, 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 blah. If I can find it. English. Download. English. Agree to the terms and service. And it's going to go ahead and install that exe. Or it's going to have that exe down in the bottom corner. But we're not done yet. So what we really want to do is we want to pre-register. So click on the pre-register in the top right-hand corner. Now, another pro tip is when we go to pre-register, I highly suggest you pre-register on 2 different accounts. So have a primary account and a backup account, just to give you guys a better chance of making sure one of those accounts actually gets through. I don't think they're going to IP block in the beginning. I think they're really only going to block people that are talking obnoxiously in English in world chat, or if you get reported and stuff like that. So there's some, you've got to be polite in the Japanese server. And if you can't speak Japanese, you might just want to play the game with other people that speak English, like myself, come by streams, or find a Discord community that's on the Japanese server, but they're not really talking in world chat. Most of what you can do in this game is matchmaking anyways, and you don't need to talk. Just don't be that guy that goes in there and starts, saying, hey, you want to be a friend? Hey, you want to be my friend? Or you want to start poking them? You'll get reported instantly for being from the United States or whatever, and that's when they may ban you. So we're going to go ahead and pre-register with your Bandai Namco user ID. So we're going to agree to these terms. All right, so I already have a Bandai Namco ID in Japanese, so I'm going to click sign up. But if you're going through the new process after you hit agree, go ahead and hit that login for those that don't have a Bandai Namco ID. Now, there is a pro tip here. One, do not use Google, do not use Twitch, do not use anything, right? Make sure you are not signing up with any of these services, right? So we're going to go to sign up. All right, I want to show you guys my email address. But once you hit sign up, you put the email address and password in there. There's a very critical thing you need to do here. Do not say you're from North America. Do not say you're from North America. Now, hopefully when it goes live and global, right, that there's no issue with the Bandai Namco ID. You keep this in the back of your mind that you may want to go set up a new Gmail account just for Blue Protocol. I know that's managing multiple accounts, but if you don't want to use your primary account, you don't have to do that, right? So what you can do is set up a different email address, whatever your email address, +1 or whatever, right? Or any of that. But you're going to want to make sure that you choose essentially Japan. Do not choose the United States, Europe, anywhere else. Make sure you choose Japan just in case they ban the Namco IDs that aren't in Japan. And they have done that in the past. And I've played many different games in Japan where they have done that. So go ahead and go through this whole process, fill out all your different things, and then you're going to log in. All right, cool. Now we're registered. You can tell by the symbol that's up here. I don't speak the best Japanese. But if you were to translate this on the fly, right, it probably says, yeah, pre-registration registered. You're good to go. Now you've got an account that's ready to go for Blue Protocol. So let's go make sure that we pre-download that exe that we downloaded earlier. All right, so we have the launcher installed. Now, a quick little tip that I do want to point out. Once you have the launcher installed, you're on the VPN still. Hit this little cogwheel in the top right-hand corner. And there's one thing we want to turn off, which is right here at the top option. This is essentially, should you boot this application when your computer restarts? Make sure this is, I think it defaults to on. Make sure this is off. We want to make sure that you are not launching the game when you are restarting your computer. So this is a very big tip. All right, then when installing the game, which you can go to Blue Protocol, you can hit the little cloud icon that's right down here. I highly suggest you install it on a different SSD or you install it in its own folder. So I made this Blue Protocol 2 folder. Just, I don't know why I named it that, but whatever. I'm just going to select that folder, install. Now you can't hit this button right here. This is for auto updating, but I don't like the auto update because I want to make sure that my VPN's always live for everything I do. So I actually just don't check. I don't check marks that. And then we're just going to go ahead and download. Make sure you do download with the VPN on as well. And this will probably take a hot minute. All right, cool. Now you got it all downloaded and you're ready to go for 6/14, which is in a few days, if depending on when you're watching this video, or it might be live already. If you're wondering who to play, from the Blast Archer to the Twin Striker to the Mage to all of them, they're all great classes. You can change classes whenever you want, so feel free to try them all out. We've got a bunch of videos on this channel, so you can go check out the videos on any of the class guides. Or if you're having any trouble, stop by our twitch.tv channel or stop by our Discord, where we're going to have people playing the Japanese Blue Protocol, and we'll be playing the global Blue Protocol. I hope to see you out there. Come join us in our guild, and good luck out there. Take it easy, and fist bump from me to you.